Okay, welcome back everybody. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about the compose mode. We did build mode, so we're going to switch over to compose mode. And the easiest way to think of compose mode is it's where you set your shots and your sequences and animation. We'll cover animation later in a more in-depth tutorial, but first I just wanted to show you how to set up shots in compose mode. So I'm going to switch over to the compose mode, and you'll see right now it's just representing the 3D scene. The first thing I want to do is add a shot. It already added this first shot, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And the shot it added is from wherever the perspective of the camera is at the time. And there's a couple things to notice in here. You have the ability to free cam, which is this icon to the left. I'm going to move into the other camera mode, which is a more fine-tuned control. You can also use a game controller if you have one, but to start setting up your shots, I've got a little police chase here that I've set up. And so I'm just going to try and set up a kind of a 3 or 4 shot sequence here. So let's say that's good for the establishing shot, maybe a little more like this. And then if I want to add another shot, I can either duplicate this shot and start from there, or I can just hit the shot button again and it'll effectively make a dupe. Move the camera a little bit, but let's get a shot, a low shot, where we can see the driver and the police officer and the helicopter in the background. Let's get the whole thing in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna get a little more of the helicopter. I can also change the lens here, so I'm gonna go a little wider so I get all the activity. Actually, that's a little too wide. That's pretty good, except I can't see the police car, so let's get something a little bit more like that. And then let's get a shot over by the police car itself. So again, I'm gonna make a new shot. I'm actually gonna go into free cam this time. I'm going to select the police car. I'm going to frame over on it so I can get over there quickly. Let's see if we can get inside here. Now this is where these controls are really useful, because now I can go to a fine tune control and get a kind of over the shoulder shot. I'm going to pull back a little bit so I can see the police officer's head in there. A little lower. Okay, so now we have that shot. And then let's create another shot. And again, I'm gonna free cam out of this and try and get a perspective from where the helicopter is looking down the street. And do a little fine tune. Okay. Looks pretty good. And so you can see right there, that's how we quickly get our 3 shots. Actually 4, so we have an establishing shot, and then we get this shot from the perspective of the supercar from inside the police car chasing the Lamborghini, and then a high shot from the helicopter. And of course, with all of these, we can change the aspect. We can do the transforms here if we want to fine-tune the camera position, and then we can also add details to the shot, maybe describe the action that's occurring or the city down below. Additionally, I would like to show the lenses, which you might have seen before. So we have a certain lens, we have a dedicated lens pack. We'll add more in the future, but that's just an example of how you can quickly set up a set of shots in compose mode.